Well, hello there folks, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you again as usual, and I hope that I find you very well, and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea, and just for coming over and having a wee nosy at what I made for the tea last night. So I'm going to take you through this very simple recipe for ham hock and lentil. Now my mother used to make this soup all the time. It didn't matter what went into it. It could be peas, barley, lentils, it could be made with ham, you know, but it always get called Hame Made Soup. That was it. Always get referred to as Hame Made Soup. If you're new and this is your first time here, why not consider subscribing just before you leave if you do like these kinds of videos. So I'm going to be using the ham hock today, and it's absolutely delicious. It doesn't look very pretty, but it makes the best Hame Made Soup. So I'm going to pop this in because this is going to take a few hours to get nice and tender. So you just want to cover this with some boiling water, pop your lid on, get it up to a simmer and let this simmer away for about 3 hours. And at the end of your cooking time, that meat is just going to be falling off the bone, and you can use that meat to pop into your soup just at the end for an extra wee bit of texture. And the liquid you're going to be left with, we're going to, use for the soup, and it's going to give it a beautiful, smoky, rich flavour. So once your meat has had its time, just set that to the side and do let it cool down for a good wee while, or you're going to burn your fingers off. With your cooking liquid, just strain that through a sieve and get rid of the wee icky bits that are left. You don't need that, you just want the stock. So pop that to the side as well. Get your pan back and pop some oil in the bottom, and I'm going to add some carrot and swede, or carrot and turnip, whatever you like to say. So you can add as many of these as you like, and also some potato. This is going to thicken up your soup and give it a nice creaminess, and also a chopped onion. You just want to mix all these together. You want to soften these for about 10 to 15 minutes before you add your lentils and then your liquid. I'm going to pop in a wee bit of salt because this is going to help draw out the moisture from the onion and help everything sweat down just that wee bit quicker. So give that about 10 to 15 minutes. Whilst you're waiting, go back to your meat, and like you can see here, it's just so tender, it just falls apart. So you can do this with gloves on if you prefer, but I prefer just getting stuck in with my hands. It just makes it so much easier. So you want to just separate the meat from the bone, and any wee bits of fat and things just discard. You just want the nice lean meat there. And I'm just going to go through what I've got and kind of shred it up. Something like this is ideal. So put that to the side as well. Go back to your veggies, and by now they should be softened up a good bit. Give them a wee bit of a stir and then pop in your lentils. I'm using red split lentils. This is just what we've always used. So about 200 grams or 7 ounces of those. You don't need to soak them or anything, just straight in. They will cook nicely. Give them a good stir through. And pop on your lid, and you want to give this about another 5 minutes just sweating away in your pan. Then you can get your stock ready. I'm using 1 vegetable cube and also 1 ham cube, and I'm going to add around about a pint of boiling water, and that'll do nicely. You do want a nice flavoursome stock. Don't just use water. Get your lid off and then give it another good stir. And as you can see, those lentils have puffed up beautifully just with all the heat and condensation in that pan. So I'm going to pop in the stock from my ham bone and also the stock from the stock cubes and give that a good stir together. And pop your lid on, and you want to give this at least an hour. The longer you give it, the thicker it's going to be, because your potatoes and all your vegetables are going to break down further. We don't like ours super thick, but we do like a nice thick soup, but not too thick. And I'm just going to pop in my ham, another wee bit of salt and pepper. Just season this to your own liking, but it's crucial that you use white pepper. It makes a world of difference. It's lovely in this soup. So if you can, use white pepper. If you don't want to add it right into your soup, do it when it's in your bowl, but try it with white pepper. And there's Jasper there photobombing. He absolutely loves ham, any kind of ham. And this is what you'll have. In fact, there he is, and he quickly get pulled back because he is not allowed near the cooker, but he does it anyway. and this was mine ready. So we're just going to pop this into bowls and have a wee baguette at the side with a few pretzels, and this is absolutely delicious, and it's one of the things that's actually better the next day. And if you leave it overnight and go back to the next, obviously refrigerate it, go back to the next day, it will be even thicker. But like I said, if you do like a thicker soup, just let it cook longer, because the longer your potatoes break down, the thicker your soup is going to be. But just before I move on, I wanted to say, as usual, a massive thank you to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, and to the channel members here on YouTube as well. So thank you once again, guys. It's, you know, it does mean ever so much, and I know I say it in every video, but it really does. And you guys who watch and leave your comments and for sharing my videos, I mean, that makes a massive difference. And if you can, give the video a wee like. I know that you can't see the likes, but I can, or even a dislike, it doesn't matter, but it really does help with engagement, and it gets my videos out and shown to more people. So thank you all very much. And if you're not over on Instagram following me there yet, What's for Tea 3, and it would be lovely to see you, because obviously I post pictures and videos and things that don't make it over to YouTube. So if you are over on Instagram, it'd be lovely to see you. So yeah, highly recommended you give that soup a wee go. It is really tasty, very simple soup, but you know, because you're using the stock from the bone, adding additional stock in, and that lovely ham, there is bags of flavour in there, absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to go off now because I'm starting to ramble again, and I'll catch up with you during the week for another wee recipe, shopping haul, and of course Sunday's meals of the week. So you take care of yourself, and bye for now. Bye now.